Welcome to break. So today we do have a general student council meeting today, so make sure to be there. Also, student council is selling chocolate roses during lunch. It's going to be $2, so please buy them.
And they'll be delivered during PATH tomorrow.
Students first.
Spanish club meeting tomorrow during lunch. We'll be watching a very classic movie in Spanish called Finding Dory. So if you want to come on by and watch that, there'll be snacks. So hopefully I see you all there. So the 8th grade is doing a little Valentine's Day bake sale tomorrow during lunch in the Commons. It is a short lunch, so be sure to get there on time to buy cookies and brownies and cake. Everything is from $1 to $2.
All right, the annual 9th grade movie night is coming up soon. We just want to let you guys know that we have a poll up for the movies. Your choices are Star Wars 7, The Force Awakens, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, or Moana. So go to your... What? I said so, but no one approved. So go to the On Haiku, the York main page, and yeah, the poll's right there. And you have until the 16th. Thank you.
If your nose runs and your feet smell, what's wrong with you? You're built upside down. What do you call a bad Monday? A weak opener. Little announcement to make. So when you become Punmeister, you get the hat and the book. And the book and the hat are very special. You know, they've got a lot of value to them. You know, sentimental and stuff like that. However, this book was made a while ago. It's got some pretty racist puns in it. Not all of them, but there are a few. And so what I figured would be a cool idea would be to keep this book, but to make a new book. So I'm going to put this in the library, and there's going to be cards next to it, and a pencil too, so you don't really have any excuse about not putting them in. But all you have to do is write down a pun, and then write down your name and write down the year, and then put it in the box. And I will be compiling all the puns in there, plus some other puns that I find, and I'm going to be putting them in a big binder. And then next year, I'm going to give that to the next Punmeister, and so on and so on. And each year, the box will be there, and you can write puns and put them in, and each year we can expand the collection of puns in a big book. And so please do that, because it'd be really awesome to get puns in here from this year. Thank you.
Followed up with really good jokes, and now another joke. Because, I'm a joke. How many of you like Lord of the Rings? Yeah. Woo! Well, I'm sorry, today we don't have 2 towers, we only have 1 because we're playing Jenga.
Basketball won our game Friday. 45 to 20 something, so it was a good game.
And we also have a game tomorrow against Dance Arts, an away game. So yeah.
Just a reminder, track starts today.
Woo! At the upper field.
MUN position papers are due today, tonight, at midnight. Please email them to the chair for 2 topics. It's a minimum of 5 pages per topic.
Also, make sure to fill out the online waiver that I emailed to you guys a while ago. It's due today, and if you don't turn it in, you won't be able to come. So it's really important that you get that in on time. Also, meeting tomorrow, room 4.
What are some people afraid about? Well, people might be afraid of giving a sophomore speech. But when I was in 5th grade, I was afraid of ziplining. Yes, ziplining. It was my brother and dad's idea to do this while on vacation. My dad wanted to go because he wanted to experience how Tarzan felt going from tree to tree. And my brother wanted to go because all his friends had. On the other hand, I was more skeptical. I immediately went on Google and searched zipline accidents, zipline crashes, and zipline deaths. Apparently there have been countless incidents involving ziplines, and this certainly did not help my cause. But in the end, my parents finally convinced me to go. I felt sick to my stomach the morning of the big day. My dad and brother already anxiously sitting in the car, awaiting for my arrival, and I eventually dragged myself to go. We arrived at the ziplining site around noon. It was about 90 degrees that day, and the site was infested with massive mosquitoes. We were then given safety harnesses and were taught how to use them while standing in the scorching heat. Our group consisted of 12 people, and our safety instructor took forever teaching all the old people how to use the straps correctly. If time could not go any slower, we were then crammed into these old and small vans that would take us up to the first zip line. This felt like an eternity, and I eventually fell asleep during the 20-minute van ride. Once we got there, we all got out and started to go down the first zip line. My dad went first, then all the old people, then it was my turn. I glanced down the line, seeing my dad joyfully wave to me. Looking down, I noticed how high up I was from the ground, and I started to get bad ideas. I started to get bad thoughts. What if something happens to the line and a terrible catastrophe occurs? Before I could think of another excuse not to do this, I was kicked down the line by my brother. While accelerating down the line, I started to look around. I saw the magnificent trees, the gleaming lake, and the animals freely wandering around. Looking down, I no longer noticed how high up I was, but I examined the rocks in the cave below me. I started to really enjoy it, but by halfway down the zip line, it just got really, really boring. I couldn't comprehend why people go through an hour of preparation and a 20-minute painstaking van ride just to experience this. When I finally got to the end of the zip line, my dad walked out to me and asked me if I was still bored. I told him no and only asked him if we could leave now. To my amazement, there were 9 more zip lines left, and my fear had officially turned into boredom. So the point of the story is that fear is nothing more than what we make it. Something even as lifeless as ziplining can scare you, and the only way to go over this fear is to go out and do it. Thank you.
I don't know if it's just a coincidence that I'm making this announcement at the very moment that Prime Minister Trudeau and President Trump are meeting, but I did find this maple leaf pin in the Student Center last week, so if there's any passionate Canadian out there that lost your maple leaf pin, secondly, did you do this Kasha on Friday, the Chick Street Man? Yes. Remind, if you have one of those surveys for Chick Street Man, please get it back to me. And finally, this is the week of the most competitive honor music ensembles ever. And on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of this week, several of your finest musicians will be representing you at the Allstate Ensembles. And would you people meet Miss Godoyne out here after a break, please, to get your picture taken? Performing with the Allstate Honor Orchestras, Justin Vu and Megan Tang. And performing with the Allstate Honor Choirs, I say plurals because there's different groups within each of this. Alex Davies, Maris Welch, Catherine Yeager, and Jenny Rakusin.
So I'm here to tell you that tomorrow for PATH we will meet first over here as a big group, and then Ms. Edmonds will tell us about what our activity will be. I think you'll have fun. It's artistic.
Good morning. 2 quick announcements. One, just a reminder to the juniors that we're meeting in here today at 3 o'clock for course planning, so from 3 to 4. And for anybody who missed one of the 2 previous meetings, you're welcome to come join us. For those of you that are in the play or have had some other conflict, there'll be another meeting down the road at lunchtime. I'll make an announcement about that so you can join if you haven't been able to make the Monday meetings. And then I also wanted to remind those of you who are interested in traveling abroad this summer for 2017 that this Wednesday, the 15th, is the absolute deadline for applications to CIEE. The previous deadline was the priority deadline, so this deadline is your last opportunity to apply if you'd like to travel this summer. We know that there are some of you out there that have started some applications but maybe haven't finished. If you have some questions, there are people on campus available to help you with that. You can speak with Ms. Sanford or myself, you can speak with Dr. J, you can speak with Ms. Edmonds in the advancement office. There are lots of people that would like to help you finish the application, and just let us know. Thanks.
Have a great day. Go to class.